Hey guys, what's up? It's David. It's June, summertime. As you can see behind me, Jaws. This video is about movies that were influenced by Jaws. A lot of people, when they were released, they considered them to be Jaws ripoffs. That's an unfair way of talking about these classics. So I have five movies today that I want to talk about that came on the heels of Jaws. So I want to start off right away. This is a movie that came out in 1978. It's called The Swarm. It was produced and directed by Irwin Allen, who was famous for in the 70s for the disaster movies, which I'm going to do a video on, so I don't want to go too much into that one. But this movie was about African killer bees the swarm that attacked, that came into the US and wreaked havoc. As with all Irwin Allen movies, it was always an all-star cast. This one had Michael Caine, Richard Widmark, Richard Chamberlain. Who else was in this? Oh man, Jason Robards, Bradford Dillman, all classic, movie stars, actors. I've only seen this movie once actually when it first came out. I remember enjoying it back in '78 when I first saw it, but I've been reading up a lot about it lately, and people weren't too kind about this movie. They said it was crap, and I'll have to give it another look. But this one, The Swarm, Killer Bees. All right. The one that everyone compares to Jaws, Orca the Killer Whale. This came out in 1977, and when it was released, like I said, this was considered the big Jaws ripoff. Jaws was a great white. This one was an orca. The name of the boat in Jaws, Quint's boat, was Orca. But this movie, when I saw it, I actually saw it. It was a double feature with Jaws. So Jaws was first, and then Orca came right after. And the double. I remember loving this movie, but I watched it about a month ago, and it's not as great as I remember it to be. But it's still a really good movie. Richard Harris is amazing in this movie. If you've never seen this, there's moments in this movie where it's like really violent, and but I love this movie. But like I said, it didn't hold up for me. But maybe I have to watch it again. Like I said, I watched it about a month ago, and it was great. But if you've never seen this, check it out. Check it out. Ah, this one. This was the movie that like followed right after Jaws in 1976. Grizzly. It even said that it's on the actual the Blu-ray here, a Jaws ripoff. And this was the one that was right after Jaws. It came out in 1976 with a grizzly bear, and it followed like the same story. Um, but this is a really good movie. It's a lot of fun. I watched it actually maybe about I think it was around New Year's. It was on, and I watched it, and I'm like, oh, it still holds up. Still a lot of fun. So if you've never seen this one, Grizzly, I'm sure if you're a fan of Jaws, you've probably seen this movie, but give it another look. And another movie that came out in 1976 that was really, really another good one was Dogs. A lot of people don't know about this movie. It came right after. It starred what was his name from Mission Impossible? David McCullum from Mission Impossible. And one of the cast members, she was in it for like maybe about 10 minutes tops, maybe less, was Linda Gray, who became famous in Dallas like right after. So like years later, when it was like re-released, they kind of put her up front as like Linda Gray from Dallas. Her scene in the movie, if you've never seen this movie, she's attacked by the dogs in the shower, and she's laying butt naked on the floor. I remember that, really clear. But check this movie out, Dogs from 1976. Really great, great, great movie. Wow, I just breezed through all of them. So I would say my number one from that time period, which was right up there, and this is a classic, is Piranha. Joe Dante directed this. He went on to do Gremlins, and when this movie came out, from what I heard, Universal was going to sue the studio that did this movie, and the only reason they didn't do it was that Spielberg said he really loves this movie. So if you've never seen this one, and this has been remade so many times, I actually have This is the remake. I know they remade it like in the '80s, but this was the remake that came out back in like a few years back. What's great about this? This movie is hilarious. This remake, and what's really good about it? Talking about Jaws, Richard Dreyfuss is right at the beginning of it. That he plays a character that resembles Matt Hooper a little bit. The rumor is that that is Matt Hooper, and he gets what he deserves in this movie. But yeah, no, this one, directed by Joe Dante, the original Piranha, is a really, really good movie. All right, so that was it. This is just a quick video. The next one, Barbara will be with me in it, the Barbara and David Show, and we'll be talking about whatever topic. I'm going to be talking about disaster movies and whatever topic she wants to talk about. So quick one, guys, you know, all the best. Summer is here. Take in these movies, and I'll see you. Take care. Bye.